Hello, Bridget. How are you?
Hi, Anya. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. So, Bridget, thanks for agreeing to talk to me today. Um, I would really like you to introduce yourself first. Maybe that would be a good idea.
Okay. Well, I am Bridget Barr. I'm a chiropractor based here in Glinton, just north of Peterborough. I qualified in 2012 from the Welsh Institute of Chiropractic, um, and my um, pathway to that point was actually as a patient. I had headaches that had persisted and plagued me, and they were getting worse and worse, and drugs just weren't touching it. So a friend who worked in the office put me in touch with a chiropractor, and within 6 months I was pretty much drug-free. So within 6 months of having treatment, I was then able to manage my migraines, which weren't migraines, with chiropractic treatment. For me, it was a big thing, and I was given the opportunity to apply to go and become a chiropractor myself, and I haven't really looked back since. That's what got me here.
That's
Um,
amazing. How are you set up at the moment?
I work here in Glinton from a clinic that's been set up in my garden. It looks a little bit like you're coming into a garden shed, but when you come down the side of it, you realise it's more like a chalet.
It's a lovely place.
Thank you. Thank you.
And who do you think, I mean, apart from people who, like you, suffer from chronic pain, which they don't feel are being diagnosed properly, do you think, is that the real difference you can make to people?
Yes, I think so. Chiropractors in general have a bit more time than your general practitioner to spend with their clients, their patients. And I think that that is by far the most important part of what I do, is giving people time to be able to talk to me in their own terms, at their own speed, about what they feel is important. And giving people the time to do that enables me to get a much better picture as to what is going on in the background that can be changed or altered, or possibly even the root cause of what they do. And it might be something that they can't change. It might be something that they just need to manage.
Am I right thinking that you moved your clinic from one side of the country to the other?
Yes, I don't make my life easy. I settled in Wales, and I set my practice up there in 2003, and I built it from scratch there. But I have to say the experience of building the practice there then and building the practice here now has been just hugely different. Even when I left 5 years ago, a lot of my patients were still on dial-up, and you could only get internet at certain times of the day. So, you know, having a website was quite a cutting-edge thing when I was working in Brecon. And now, of course, here in Peterborough, it's completely different. I do the rounds of networking, and I've got Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus and all those things going on in the background, and working on the business almost is as time consuming as working in it. But of course I prefer working in it because that's why I went off and did the training that I did.
And so you were trying to establish the clinic when we met 18 months ago or a year ago? Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and I mean, what do you think made you think, yeah, maybe I should use an online diary? Should I let people book online? What
Well,
made you think of, yeah, maybe I'll try 10 to 8?
well, customer services and sales is where I came from, and marketing. And with that sort of background in my mind, I just feel that as much as the the skill of chiropractic, looking after people and giving them the easiest route to get to me is really important. And then backing that up with customer service. So I don't like having the phone in the clinic ringing all the time, so I purposely have the phone in the house, so I take messages, or my answer phone takes messages. But that then means that it's quite restricted for patients to get hold of me to make an appointment. So I thought that it would be really quite a good idea to have a system that was on my website where you just clicked a button and got into my diary, and then you could provisionally book an appointment. That was twofold then. One, you've got an appointment that's sort of focused in your mind as to, yes, I'm going to the chiropractor. I've done something about my problem. That's the first box ticked as far as the patient's concerned. But also then it gives me something to focus on as well. So I can then ring them back if it's not appropriate, or send them an email, whichever connection they've left for me, or just click the box and say, yes, I'll see you then. So, and I think that it's also something that the chiropractors in this area don't do. They have very much a traditional sort of surgical clinic type approach, where they have a receptionist who fields people who come off the street. But I don't have that street presence because I'm at the bottom of my garden, basically, and I work on my own, so I don't have a receptionist. I am everything. So it adds an additional dimension to the customer service. I think the other thing that I thought was really good was the reminders that the system gives, because I don't have time to do the reminders myself, because, as I say, working on my own, there are only so many hours in the day, and I'm a mum, so I've got those sorts of things to juggle as well. I also care for my mother, who's in her just turned 90, so there's quite a lot going on in my personal life that I have to be sort of juggling as well. So the reminders are really good, because patients then have less of an excuse to forget. So there's much fewer times that I'm actually sat in the clinic thinking, where are they? They haven't turned up, and it's just made things more efficient all round. So
That's good. So do you think, I've seen a number of patients increase in the diary. Do you think that's the main impact it's had? Just helped you to just get some more times to do some of the many things you've got on your list of things you would like to do? And
yeah. I think it has. I think it's contributed to freeing up my time so that I can focus on things that are important to grow the business. I think it's also, in a way, being part of growing the business. I think it's a combination of things. I know that I've just had one of my busiest months, and January notoriously is one of the quietest months. I think in combination, that's because I've been doing some other marketing activity, but it's also when patients have actually sort of looked at the promotion that I've been doing just recently. They've been able to go online and go, all right, yeah, okay, I've had this leaflet, I've seen her advertised locally, and I've seen the website, I like it. Oh yeah, let's go and click. So there's been a few who've done that in January. So that's, yeah, it's good.
So right now we're trying. We've tried putting your button on Facebook. We've did that since last week. Is that right?
Yes, we have. Yeah. So I've just advertised that on. I think it was Friday. I managed to get that up and out there, and you can now book appointments with me on Facebook. It's just the more interfaces that you have with potential clients, patients, customers, whatever your business is. I think that is really important. Going back to my training in sales and marketing, the number of exposures that you have is really important. And there is a figure, I think, 7 touches. You have to have 7 touches with people before they actually really acknowledge that you're there and or buy.
There's one thing. Would you consider yourself a queen of technology?
No, no way. Definitely not. That is definitely not my forte. I would say I'm most definitely a technophobe. Despite having done sciences and even, would you believe, a qualification in computer science when I was at school, I am the world's worst with technology. It changes far too fast for me for my brain to keep up and catch up. So, no, I would definitely say that technology is not one of my things. But installing, with the help of the links and things that 10 to 8 have provided for me, I did even manage to install that button on Facebook myself. So that was good. And the trial system that you had right at the beginning, the support that the team provide is really good. And responsive. So if you say, well, I prefer that something was like this, is it possible? Then they consider it, and they do consider it. And you can tell as a client, as a customer of yours, that the emphasis is on what we need rather than what you want to provide us. So that's really good.
Thank you. We do like to listen.
Yeah.
No, but it's good. It's the only way that will make it fit what you want. So
Yeah.
that's really important to us.
I was going to say
How
the thing
easy is
that
it? Sorry.
the thing that had put me off getting an automated diary or calendar system was the cost as well. I don't have that huge clinic with multiple number of people. So I don't have an infinite ability to generate revenue. So some of the systems that the big clinics use were just prohibitively expensive. So, and 10 to 8 offers a really good, competitively priced system, which is very effective.
Thank you. How easy was it to get rid of your paper diary?
Well, I see. I'm a creature of habit, so.
No, but because there's a lot of people who say I'll never manage.
I can't say I'm quite there. That's not. I can't say that I am, because I have so many other things that I need to juggle, and there is probably a way of doing all the personal stuff online as well. And I noticed that recently you've done this merge with Google Calendars, which is something that I haven't ventured into at all because of the technophobe in me. But with a bit of help from a technical friend, I'm going to look at starting to use Google Calendars and merging it with the 10 to 8 so that I've got everything in one place and on my phone, in my handbag, with me at all times, rather than a paper diary left on my desk. So it's, yes, I mean, the potential, and I can see the benefits of doing it. It's just getting me out of my habits that are rather ingrained.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's good to know that you've managed. It's really useful for me because I hear loads of people who say, I could never get rid of my paper diary. And I say, well, don't get rid of your paper diary. It will still be useful as an online booking system and for you to confirm all your appointments to your
paper diary right beside me.
But you put everything on 10 to 8.
Yes, yeah. Even if it's just generic, if I've just got blocked time, which would be maybe the school run or an appointment that I've got to see my mum to, or networking and things like that, it's all on 10 to 8 so that patients can't actually access me at a time when I'm busy doing other things. They also can't access me or double book me when I've got a patient in with me either. So, yeah, it works well.
Thank you very much, Bridget. I think it's really useful to have feedback from someone who's done it, and your experience is amazing. So thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, it's bringing me into the 21st century. And I think, a lot of my patients work um, long hours, out of hours, quite often out of town, and people who suffer pain quite often suffer pain in the night hours. So just enabling them to be able to go online and book an additional appointment, or even that first contact with me, just and give them the empowerment to be able to say, yeah, I've done something about getting the next step towards getting myself out of this predicament or pain or whatever you like to perceive it as. So yeah.
I really like on your site that you can book for the consultation and for the follow-up, but also that you're offering a callback.
Yes, yes. I mean, not everybody's sure that chiropractic is for them. They they've heard things about chiropractic that's put them off, and sometimes they just want a bit of reassurance as to what it's all about. We can talk it through, talk through concerns with people before they commit to an appointment. Um, and that was the benefit. That was the only thing that I thought might have been the drawback from having a booking online system rather than a telephone system, was that people didn't have the benefit of talking to me first to really rubber stamp the fact that it was appropriate for them. So yeah, so that's another option on the booking system.
Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes you do need to talk to people before, but allowing them to book you for a call at times when you don't want to be answering the phone. it's it's just making it easy for customers again. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I always emphasise to my patients that the phone is always, it's there, use it, leave name and number, and then I can instantly get back to you rather than having to come back into the clinic to ferret around for their phone numbers. And, obviously, midnight or beyond phone calls are very concerning, so we'd rather not be receiving those. But, how the phone is in the home is our home phone as well as our work phone. So yes, it does give that additional understood, known boundaries. People ring within a certain period of time.
thank you very much, Bridget,
Pleasure. Thank you, Anne. Thank
and
you.
looking forward to trying more marketing ideas with you to grow the clinic.
Absolutely. Yeah, always open-minded to things like that. Anything that's going to help.
Cool.